Aaron, welcome back. Looking at this team, just how exciting is it that basically the whole team's coming back, including yourself?
Extremely excited. Yeah, obviously, everyone coming back, including myself, was the goal, and pretty happy to be here.
Aaron, Zito talked about how they're going to change up just the format of training camp. Some of the vets getting a little bit more time off ice before getting on the ice. Just your guys' mindset and mentality, thoughts on that as you guys get ready for potentially a fourth extended season.
Yeah, as you can imagine, our mentality about that is pretty happy and excited. Training camp can get long and monotonous after a while, so we're pretty happy to get that extra week or whatever it is.
Aaron, welcome back. A couple weeks ago, you went to Hockey Canada's orientation camp for the Olympics. I know you've played for Hockey Canada a couple times in the past. Just being at that camp, how was that experience like, and how excited are you for the possibility of maybe going to the Olympics?
Yeah, it was an honor and a privilege to be there. I got to play extremely well to make that team, and that'll be my focus for the first half. But had a lot of fun, a lot of familiar faces and some new ones from past years being at that camp, so it was good. Obviously, I had quite a few guys on our team as well.
Hi, Aaron. How great is it not only to be back, but not being back in a place that you're familiar with and not having to purchase a moving truck to go somewhere else?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you said it. It's as good as it gets. I'm extremely happy, very excited. Could potentially be a Florida Panther for 19 years if all goes smoothly. So I'm honored. I'm very proud of the time I've spent here and what we've been able to accomplish, and we'll be able to do a lot more in the next 8 years, hopefully.
That said, coming into last year, I'm sure that was a weight on your shoulder that maybe you didn't want to admit throughout the year, the contract stuff. How great is it to just have that off your shoulders and just play hockey?
Yeah, there's something to be said about that weight too, and placing that on yourself. So I honestly want to continue with that pressure of not letting my foot off the gas pedal, so to say. So I liked it. I enjoyed it. It wasn't a bad thing. I think it was a good thing for me in my career, and I'll be continuing to put that pressure on myself daily.
Aaron, most players go through what you're going through this year one time. You were able to experience all this last year. How much does that help, having already negotiated a short off season, a season after winning the cup, a season of celebration? How much does that help now with the process starting from now, mentally and physically?
Yeah, experience counts on the ice, off the ice, in these situations, in playoff runs. So yeah, I think it helps tremendously. This one has felt extremely short. I'm not sure if it's the 5 or 6 weddings I had to go to this summer, but it might have been a little bit of that, a lot of traveling and whatnot. So I'm happy to have been here now for at least a couple, 2, 3, 4 weeks. But yeah, it's to be able to go through it before. The experience definitely counts in this situation.
Do you diversify the gifts when you go to a half dozen weddings, or is there like a standard one that you just sort of go to?
Oh yeah, like just 1,000 ahead cash, get it done, be done with it. Yeah, no, you know what? I think I got Benny some bottles of wine, so that was about all that was different from most.
When Bill was in here, he gave a very loose timetable on Matthew and said December-ish. Obviously, Nosek's going to be a while. You guys have gone through this. I mean, injuries happen in your sport. You guys have been without key players a lot at times over these last few years. I know it sucks on every level, but just the fact that you guys know that you can handle it, what sense of security does that give you, knowing that you can be without some key guys and still find ways?
Most of the time, it's me.
I wasn't going there, but okay.
Yeah, so I'll have to take some tips from the guys on how to deal with that. You know, not having guys in the lineup. We've done it plenty of times before. We have an extremely deep team, which is really nice. We feel like we'll be able to compete with or without them, but obviously very excited to get them back as soon as they can.
You mentioned how much time you could potentially be here. 19 years, you've seen some really, really good times and some rocky times. What has it been like to experience kind of the transformation, especially? Did you ever envision the chance of winning back-to-back Stanley Cups here?
There's always the hope, but you never know if it'll become reality. And looking back on it now, it's hard to believe that, you know, you didn't know it was going to happen. We're extremely proud of what we've built here, and it's been an incredible journey, and to be a part of it from the very beginning was special, and I'll hold on to that forever.
Last year when you guys came into camp, the talk was, hey, let's do it again. Why not? Why not us, kind of thing. What's the attitude this year? Is there talk about, I mean, everybody's going to be talking three-peat. Are you guys talking about it internally, or is it just off to the side?
Yeah, I mean, like, we're always going to talk about it, and I felt like we talked about it, whether it was in the media or in the room, quite often when we were talking about last year and trying to do it again. So I don't think there's any reason to shy away from it. That's our goal, and we're going to fight for that goal every day, and I think it's better to talk about it than be anxious and, you know, hiding it. That's what we want to do, so we're going to go get it.
Piggybacking off that over here, Aaron, the last 6 teams to go back-to-back have failed in their quest for a three-peat. The last to do it was the Islanders in the 80s. The idea of lore and being in the history books in NHL and 40 years from now, you being the last team potentially to win 3 in a row, are you aware or cognizant of like where this team, this group would be in NHL history should you accomplish the next one?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's something we've definitely thought about. Yeah, you could go down in all-time history as one of the great teams. So that's a driving factor. At the end of the day, there are things you can control, and we're pretty damn good at controlling them, but there's things you can't, like health and luck and whatnot. So we're going to do the best we can as a team to do as much damage as we can.
Since we're on this subject, what are the challenges you guys are going to have to three-peat beyond health, beyond, you know, a good team rising up on the other side? I mean, internally, what do you have you thought about this, and what do you think will be the challenges?
Yeah, I think mentally for sure. Obviously, we've played in a Stanley Cup final, Game 7. We've played in back-to-back finals, in 3 finals in a row. There's a lot of mental fatigue that comes with that. And, you know, you don't feel that fatigue in the playoffs, in my opinion. You might feel it in the middle of the season, in the dog days. So it's important. I think those mental hurdles are going to be the most difficult, but again, nothing we haven't experienced before. So I feel good about the way our team can navigate it.
This year, there will be dog days, obviously, but you know, last year there was 4 nations. This year, for a lot of guys in this team, hopefully you too, there's going to be an Olympics. How much can that carrot in the middle of the season alleviate those dog days? Because like you will have something to point to, and then when you get home from Italy, it's 6 weeks till playoffs, basically.
Yeah, certainly a heavy motivator is trying to play for that Olympic team, and that's going to be an extreme focus for me. So it's something that I take with me. I heard Marchand say it the other day. It's something he takes with him into the gym every day. So that's I have the same mindset and would love to make that team, and that's definitely going to be a motivating factor on a Wednesday night back-to-back. There's no doubt about it, and I think it's okay to use that. I feel good about using that. You know, you can draw on anything for a motivating factor in the tough times during a season.